Hey guys, I'm Martin Geek. In this video, I'm finally going to be sharing my review of the LG V10 after 3 weeks of usage. I've been using this phone as my daily driver since October the 6th, and this phone is going to be released to the market very soon. I think it's been releasing this week on AT&T and T-Mobile. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, let's go ahead and start with the things that I really like about this smartphone, and I got to start with the build quality. This phone has stainless steel surrounding the phone, and like you see here, it has a very cool color. That's because this is the modern beige color, but depending on the color that you get, this color of the stainless steel is going to be totally different. This stainless steel is basically the same stainless steel that it has been used for medical tools and all that. Also has been used for high-end watches as well, and it does feel very good when you grasp when you grasp this phone. It actually feels very solid. Also here in the back, this is like a DuraGuard back. That's what LG calls it. That's because it's like shock resistant, and it's not really 100% plastic. It's like a mixture of silicone and plastic. I don't know how to really explain that, but it does really feel very good, and it feels very solid, and it is a very good when it comes to shock resistant. You could drop this phone and it's not gonna scratch at all. One thing that happened to me a couple I'd say like a week ago is that I dropped this phone face flat in my restroom, and there's no carpet. It's totally concrete or tiles, and wow, I thought it was gonna crack, and it didn't crack at all. It fell face flat. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the front, LG is using Gorilla Glass 4 double layer. So if you're looking for a phone that's gonna resist drops and all that, this is a very good choice. The other thing that I really like about this phone is a feature that a lot of people are going to be calling it like a gimmick. I really don't consider this feature a gimmick, and it's the second screen right here. This screen is a 2.1-inch screen, and it's used to put, like, for example, to have there visible your signature, or you could write whatever you want there. I have a video where I go through every single thing you should know about the second screen, so I recommend you watching that video. So here I have, for example, my TV remote app, which is awesome. This phone also has the IR blaster, which you can control use it as a universal TV remote control. So like you see here, I got my bedroom and I got my living room TV, and this works very good. Here I could go ahead and put my clock if I want. I could put my calculator if I want. I could put the Google app if I want as well. I could put it right there, and of course I could put the camera if I want there. You could edit this however you want. Here you got a media player as well, which is very cool. If you're listening to a podcast or to Spotify or something like that, the player controls are going to be right there, and it looks very awesome. You can actually control the pause it, skip forward and all that. Here you can also have shortcuts for your favorite phone numbers, and for example here I put GameStop to use it as an example. You could tap right there and it'll automatically launch the messaging app, or you could go ahead and tap right there and it'll start calling whatever shortcut you have there. That's very awesome. Here you got upcoming events. So if you have, for example, an appointment tomorrow, something like that, you're gonna see your appointment right there, and when you tap on it, it's gonna open the calendar. And that's it. You can also have frequent use apps. Right now I have it deactivated, and I really like it. And also works when the screen is off as well. Like you see here, you can see the dates, you can see the time, and if you could swipe here to the side, you also have access to a flashlight right there as well. And this is all being done while the phone is on standby. The other feature that I really like about the V10 is that it has fingerprint scanner. Yes, that means that you can now unlock your phone using the fingerprint, and it works very good. Like you see here, you can register I think you could register up to 5 fingers if you want, and it works very good. You just gotta tap right there, and for example, I gotta choose a finger I haven't registered, and it's very easy. You just follow the instructions right there, like you see there, and it works very good for unlocking the phone. And I'm gonna cancel right now because I'm not gonna do that. What I like it what I like about the fingerprint scanner being in that position is that when you take your phone out of your pocket, your hand's already grasping the phone like this, you know, very naturally. So all you gotta do is put your finger there, boom, and then unlocks the phone. Very, very fast. So I really, really like how fast the fingerprint scanner is accessible to you, especially because it has the phone, it has the buttons there in the back. So yes, I gotta give it big props to the fingerprint scanner this time. And it's a feature that you're not gonna find on the G4. Another awesome feature about this phone is the camera. If you thought that the LG G4 had an amazing camera, well, this phone actually takes it a step further. It does have a lot of specs similar to the G4, like for example, 16 megapixel camera in the rear with laser focus, flash. It also has, here in the front, it's where everything starts changing. Right here, you can see it has dual 5 megapixel cameras. So both of these cameras are 5 megapixels, and the reason it has two cameras is because one camera records or takes pictures at 80 degrees, which is the norm on all the other smartphones. The other one takes pictures at 120 degrees. So when you choose to open the camera and you choose front facing, right here you can see the options here to change between 80 degrees, you see there, or 120 degrees. So it takes the image like in a whole different angle, a little bit different angle, and a lot more wider, and it becomes very convenient, especially when you're taking a selfie and you want to record like everything that's behind you as well. That's very good. Also when you're doing like group selfies, that feature right there is going to become very convenient as well. But another awesome feature that I love about this phone is that it is, you know, software wise, it looks basically like the G4. You know, you got the simple, you got the auto here with the modes right here. It has the multi-view, which is very cool. I don't think the G4 has it. It has slow motion, time lapse. The manual mode for pictures, it has it just like the G4, and it works very good. You could go to JPEG or to a raw JPEG. But one feature you're not gonna find on the G4, and you're not gonna find on any other smartphone out there in the market, is the video manual mode. The video manual mode actually lets you do everything you could do with photos, but with videos and in real time. I have a video on my channel where I go through all the settings, recording in real time, and I upload the video directly from the phone, so that way you can see all the changes done in real time. And it's amazing. It's very convenient, especially if you're one of those that want to start like a YouTube channel or something like that, and you want to have like full control of your videos. This feature is just amazing, and I really, really like it. So here, right, you could control the microphone. You could control, you put it directional forward or directional towards you, or you could put it halfway. You could control the decibels of the microphone, and you can also have the wind noise filter right there. You also have white balance, which is very easy to control. You have the manual focus, which is also very easy to control. You have the exposure, you have the ISO, you have the shutter, and you have this right here is auto exposure lock. If you want to put in auto exposure lock, it also does the job for the exposure. Here you can see the status of your microphone left and right, which is awesome, and you can see a lot of more information there. Of course, it has steady, OIS as well, optical image stabilization when it comes to videos as well. So it does a very good job, and I like it. And this is a feature you're not going to find on any other device. Another thing, that feature that it has is that it has a quick sharing feature. When you take a picture, right away, you see this right here. You tap it right there, and boom, and you choose who you want to share it to. Very, very fast. Or you could choose like an app, or you could choose like Facebook or Instagram. That's very cool. And of course, I really like that the V10, you can actually remove the rear cover, so you can have access to the battery, which is a 3000 milliamp hour battery. And you also have access to MicroSD slot, which is compatible up to 2 terabytes. You could put a 2 terabyte MicroSD slot card there, and it's gonna work good. But what I really like about this smartphone is that, one, it has fast charging, which works perfectly good. Charges the phone really fast. And what I like as well is that it has 64 gigabytes of storage when you take this phone out of the box. There's no option for 32, there's no option for 16, there's no option for 128, but 64 gigabytes out of the box, it's enough. And I really don't have the need to put a micro SD slot or card, which is awesome. I'm really glad that they actually decided to put 64 gigabytes as the main storage of the device. Another thing that I really like about this smartphone, if you're one of those that like using like your headphones with your smartphone, you're in luck, because this phone is compatible with 32-bit audio. Of course, it has hi-fi DAC, and it has a headphone amplifier. So when you connect your headphones, click it there, like you see there, it automatically activates the hi-fi DAC. You tap and hold, and it takes you right here, which you're gonna have access, better access to controlling the audio of your smartphone. Like I said, it has a 32-bit DAC audio, and you can. It also has the amplifier as well, which is gonna make the headphones sound a lot better. And also, if you hook up like speakers with the 3.5 millimeter input, is also going to sound better as well. And of course, when it comes to performance, this phone is no slack at all. This phone has the Snapdragon 808, which is a hexa-core, the same one that you're going to find on the G4. Has of course 6 cores. 4 cores are like 1.44, the other 2 cores are 1.88, something like that. But the great thing, the big difference between this phone and the G4 is that this phone, you're gonna get 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is awesome and very convenient for when you're playing video games. And of course, all the added features like the scanner, the second screen, and all that, it's gonna come in very handy. The phone feels very snappy, which I really like about this smartphone. So yes, when it comes to performance, you're not gonna have any problems playing video games here at all. And it doesn't really get hot at all. It does get warm, but it gets warm just like any other smartphone out there in the market. Yes, the spec wise, the performance is amazing as well. Of course, the other thing that I really like about this smartphone is the screen. It has a 5.7-inch screen, which is a little bit bigger than the G4. G4 was 5.5. This is 5.7, but it carries over the same technology, which is the IPS quantum display screen. And of course, it's a QHD screen, which means that's 2560 by 1440. And I gotta say, everything looks just gorgeous on the screen. It doesn't matter if you're watching videos taken with your smartphone at 4K. It doesn't matter if you're watching, playing video games, or watching videos in high-end quality from Netflix and all that. It just looks incredible, and I really like it. The great thing about the quantum display from the LG devices is that they come very close when it comes to Super AMOLED. I still like Super AMOLED a little bit more, but from all the LCD screens that I've used out there in the market, honestly, for me, the LG is the best one that it comes close to the Super AMOLED screen. So yes, the screen for me, it's just amazing. I just love it. Let's go ahead and start mentioning the things that I don't like about the LG V10, because it's not perfect. For example, wireless charging. There is no wireless charging, and right now I am already used to the wireless charging, for example, of the Galaxy Note 5, which is very awesome to be able to wireless charge your phone very easily, like you see there with the any pad that is compatible with wireless charging. Well, this phone does not has the wireless charging, and also if you take the cover off, you don't see the pins that some phones have, like, so you could buy later on in the future a wireless charging cover. This phone doesn't have it. Now, this is the international version. I don't know if the one that coming out for AT&T and T-Mobile this week actually has them or not, but this phone does not have wireless charging. The other thing is that I think the battery should have been a little bit bigger, at least 3400. You know, this battery is 3000 milliamp hour batteries, just like the LG G4. It was 3000 milliamp hour battery as well. I think it should have been bigger. Battery life, when it comes to battery life, I'm getting around 10 hours. I don't really can go the whole 12 hours without, you know, if I'm using the phone, I really can't go 12 hours using the phone, and that for me is a negative there. The negative thing that I have to say about this phone is that some people might not like that the phone actually feels, you know, pretty big compared to other 5.7 inch screen. And when I say other 5.7 inch screen, I'm talking about the Galaxy Note 5. This is a 5.7 inch screen, this is a 5.7 inch screen, and like you see there's a big difference when it comes in size. And when you have it, you know, side by side, you can notice the difference very, very fast. Like you see there, look at the difference right there, all this sticking out. So for some people, they might consider the LG V10 very big, but of course there's a lot of reason why it's this big, and it's because of the second screen, and also the stainless steel, because the stainless steel actually sticks out instead of, you know, going around the back like the LG, the Galaxy Note 5, that the curves from the back to the edge of the phone. Well, this actually curves out. And that's why it might feel a little bit bigger for some people. I actually like the size. I like the size. I like the way it feels in my hand. But some people might have a problem with that. So I recommend to go to the store before you decide to buy it and test it out. Compare it to another 5.7 inch device, and you know, decide if you really like the size of it or not. Because I think this is a phone you should get in your hand so you could try it out, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. Okay guys, and those are all the things that I really like and don't like about the LG V10. And I gotta say, I really like when companies take chances bringing features like this. You know, I don't think that the second screen feature is a gimmick, that the 2 camera is a gimmick. I do like the second screen, and I really hope that LG actually embraces it. You know, I hope that the same way they embraced the LG G4 with the rear buttons. Remember when everybody used to say, why would anybody want rear buttons? Guess what? I really love them. And that's one of the best features of the phone, the rear buttons. So I really like when companies do that. And I really hope that LG decides to embrace it, and you know, they keep making this better on the next version of the V10. So I have really hope they do that, because it just separates, you know, this phone from another high-end phone, because nowadays like every high-end phone basically look the same, and I really don't like that. It does feel like a pro version of the G4. It does feel, and it has a lot more features than the G4. So if you think that the G4 was good, believe me guys, the V10, it's a great phone, and I really recommend it if you want a bigger version of the G4 with a lot more cooler features, like the fingerprint scanner. That's something you're not gonna get a G4. The second screen, you're not gonna get a G4. The two cameras here in the front, you're not getting the G4. Plus the video manual mode, it's amazing as well. So if you're looking for a better G4, this is it. This is the LG V10, which is, I'm glad they didn't name it like the G4 Pro, because that's something they used to do before. But other than that, I really like this phone. I think this is a phone that a lot of people should try before they buy other phone. That's it guys. If you have any questions about this smartphone, go ahead and leave it in my comments. There is a lot of videos that I posted already before this review about this smartphone that I cover a lot of features of this smartphone. So I'm gonna leave links to those videos so you guys can watch it as well. And that's it guys. Thanks for watching the video. This was my review of the LG V10 after 3 weeks of usage. Till next time guys.